Hello all and welcome to the first part of my long summer TBR reading. I have huge TBR to be read pile. A lot of it sitting in my closet, and I'm sure you've already seen this in my little introduction video a little bit ago, but we're gonna start getting into actually reviewing the series that I'm reading as I go through the summer, and hopefully I can get through a large bit of all of those. Again, if you're interested, if you would like to make any recommendations, please check out the other video to see which series are on my TBR to recommend which ones I should be reading first or next. I have two series today that we're gonna go through. The first is The Demon Prince of Momochi House. I've only read up to volume 10 because, as in my part 2 of the May manga haul, I only have up to 10 that I got used. And I'm really enjoying this series so far. I read it like all in the span of maybe 5 days, about a week. And I really want the last 6 volumes, but my wallet's gonna kill me if I get too much, so I'm gonna wait on that a little bit. But let's talk about this series. I guess we'll give like a little bit of a view for the volume 10. Obviously there's going to be some spoilers that I'm talking about these series, so if you are not a fan of that, then please, by all means, do not watch this video until you've read the series. I really would recommend this if you do like shoujos, fantasies, anything like that. This would be your cup of tea. Like if you liked Kami-sama Kiss, I would say you would like this. It's not as good as Kami-sama Kiss, from what I've read of Kami-sama Kiss and the anime I've seen, but it's still really enjoyable. I really like the story. I like how it's progressing. If there's one thing I could say that I'm not a huge fan of is how fast the romance happened. It felt like kind of forced at some points. Like, she's like, oh, I'm in love with him, and it's like, you guys have known each other for like 3 days. I don't know. It was kind of, toward the beginning, I feel like it was quite rushed and a little bit rash in terms of that romance, but it has some really, really cute scenes, so it made up for it. The fact that some of that felt unnatural, and also as it's getting further into the story, we're learning more about the characters, varying characters, and they... brain fart. The characters are really nice. I liked learning their backstory, like his side people. I don't really have pictures of them, but he has, I think, here. It's the blurb of all the characters. Himari is a very cute girl. I like her a lot. Oi is pretty cool, and Nue, I think it's kind of weird because she makes it like as if they're two different people, but they are the same person in a way, so it's a little confusing on that note, but yeah, I don't know why they decided to do that, but that's how it is. And then his Shikigami, Yukari, this is the serpent guy. He has a cool backstory. I like his character a lot. I feel like I appreciate him more than orangutan guy, which is Issei. Issei is cool. He has some like kind of romance with Himari, like as a potential love conflict, but you know Himari and Oi are gonna be together, so like there's no questioning there. But it is nice to see him growing into the light a little bit more than he has in previous volumes. Either way, I'm really excited to see how the rest of the series goes, and I'm sure I will talk about it, give like an overall rating at the end. For now, I'm gonna say it's about a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 7 out of 10 because it was enjoyable, but there were a few hiccups in the road, I would say. But it's a good series. You should read it if you want to read it. The second one we have to look at, it's gonna be a short video, is That Blue Sky Feeling, which this one I finished very recently. It's about these guys, who become friends. He finds out that he's gay, but nobody else knows his secret, so now he knows his secret. and it just develops until they have like their own romance, like a little cute, I would say it's just shonen ai because it's not really a yaoi, it's not that explicit. It's a very cute story. It does deal a lot with one girl who likes him, and she doesn't know that he's gay, and so she always has feelings being led on a lot, and I felt really bad for her because I'd been in that position before. It kind of brought me back to high school, not gonna lie. But it was a good read. I really liked the characters. They were good. It was very wholesome and pure, and I like how everybody was like they had their own struggles. They had their own things that they did wrong. Nobody was perfect, and it felt very real in that way. Obviously, these two end up together. That's how it was gonna go. There's another character they introduced, which I believe is shown in here. I'll just find it really quick. But he is like a year younger than them, and he is also gay. Gay boy. And he really likes our character here, Dai, really likes Dai. So he's always like, I love you, I want to be with you, but Dai's like, okay. Because for a long time they think that Dai is straight because he never really comes out right away because he's still trying to figure out his feelings and how he is. And so, yeah. But it eventually works out, these two end up together. He ends up pushing for it because stupid Dai ends up having a girlfriend that he doesn't even like and kind of uses her, which, you know, kind of stupid. And then this guy, fucking Ko is great, but he really used a Yumi in this series at one point, which is a complete like asinine move. He goes in this volume, oh well, if he's dating this girl, why don't we have a try? Even though he's already rejected her, for one, and she knows he's gay, so she knows that he doesn't even like her, and she's like, bitch ass. And she just like leaves, because she's like, this is ridiculous, you're gonna act like this. I don't want to be with you if you're not actually gonna love me, right? You're just like toying with her emotions. And so he gets told off for that. They end up together, la-di-da-di-da, all good. If anything, I would say I would want it to be a little bit longer, like maybe just an epilogue more, where they kind of tied things up a little bit more nicely, because I would have wanted to see how they resolved this argument, because I remember they had that argument and they were like, oh yeah, they had an argument and they were resolved. They didn't really talk about it at all, and that's something I had off about it, but otherwise, this was a stellar series. I'd recommend it to anybody who is into gay romances, any of that, just romance in general. I would say this is a good one to read. Even if you just read shoujos, I'm sure you would enjoy this one, because it has a very shoujo-esque feeling to it, even though it's a guy and guy romance. It's very good. So I'm gonna rate this one a 9 out of 10. Just one mark off there because it did rush a little bit towards the end. Not too much, but it was really good. I would recommend this for sure. And you know, that's that for now. That's gonna be that. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope maybe you have some new series to get into. Either that Blue Sky feeling or the Demon Prince in the Momochi house. And I will see you next time. So long.